Ну что ж, всем привет, мы продолжаем проходить сюжет в Honkai. Я надеюсь, как я говорил в той серии, что все-таки я не буду делить так мало на последнюю серию, потому что я не знаю, сколько еще будет проходиться сюжет. Надеюсь, либо на вот эту, на последнюю серию, то, что будет у меня, либо все-таки на третью серию, но не такая короткая, как у меня иногда получалось. Из-за этого мне не очень хотелось так. Так, ладно, давайте не будем медлить, приступим. Так, давайте вот так вот погромче сделаем. Думаю, пойдет. Приступаем. Как определить свои желания с испытанием? Сюда или сюда, что ли? Давайте это. Питагорейская чувственная система. Экшен. Давайте это. А, это отдельно, прям ебать, экспрессный путь.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, your task is to bring those moments to life. Fun. Also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is...
We are...
Just take a look at this pair! Such star quality. Since you two. Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line?
No, that's not right. You're trying to express disappointment.
Блин. Ну, зачем? Так что ли?
Very good.
This is great.
Very good. Very intense. And then suddenly, sweet rain. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express...
Так что ли снова?
We're already at the next scene. You need to convey surprise.
Да ёп. Ой, блядь. Так.
But at this moment, you're...
Perhaps we were never meant...
Fantastic! Up next,
I hope these tests won't take too long.
Блядь. Жалко. Как же нету выбора, блять, линейная, блять.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language, picking up from where we left off. A heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look at this moment, what should you...
Давай.
Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along. A tug at the heartstrings. The story continues to develop. You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty... fantastic. But of course, absolutely. However, the true test is yet to come. You're
Это хуйня прозрачная. Окей.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previous two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony.
Не буду.
Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the give it a shot. Try and convey this.
Is this ever going to end?
Серьезно? Настолько серьезно.
Your performance is far from satisfactory.
И что тебе надо? Давай, Гли. Пойдет?
Cut! A mogul who went from rags to riches, treating a form.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything.
Brilliant! Your portrayal outdone. Beautiful!
Beautiful.
We gotta hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Бля. Она тихонько. Не знаю.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more in. Look at the time! You finished.
That red-hair contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo. And now, make you.
Испытание. Сейчас. Давай огонь.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own. Enter into the world of Honu via the
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right?
Ну, сила, окей. А я то есть смогу обратно. Это
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we?
Very good. In this Honu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has. Alas, Honu presently is.
так.
Oh,
Чё?
Brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. Oh my! Are you telling me? Listen closely, Hanu. But you know what? You'll have. Now scurry along. I can't wait to see.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. If we...
Так, что у нас тут еще есть? Это подобрать. Где еще у нас?
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment. Hurry now, Hanu. Touch.
Such haphazard. Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Что еще у нас тут есть? Лифт какой-то. Окей. Че, он прям большой, что ли? Ух, ёп.
Is that...
Ух ты, прикольно.
What exactly is he talking about?
It's time for me to make an appearance.
Clocky? I cannot...
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything. Hanu says, battle. We must. The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have touch that suspicious-looking TV right now.
Подозрительно. Да-да.
So they just jump. Sheesh. Well, here we go again. Ready? And gradually.
No? Did someone say hi? Last we saw, but brave Hanu won't go.
But
Guess what? Hanu's favorite.
the storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying.
Блять.
There's actually a bazooka here.
Как? Так что? Так, кому позвонить?
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more company.
Hello. Да блин, снова что ли?
Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Hanu is Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven you're in the final stage. You will face the defense. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage.
Да ладно. Привет, блядь.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Ну, привет. А где озвучка, блядь, не понял.
Are you a knight of...
Behold, this symbol of pure myth!
Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength.
Still waters of oblivion.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bear witness. You're fighting a gentleman.
See the doctor?
Confess. Put forth all your might.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Oblivion.
What's in your prescription?
Don't worry. It's
Enemy
just a
targets
scrape.
detected. Ready for another?
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Lend me your strength.
Free will. Still waters of oblivion.
Rise to the challenge.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
А, тут еще... окей, то есть можно еще эти выбрать. Могу переиграть.
Congratulations to the galactic baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Sports Sand Festival champion. We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We both, I and the Oak family, cannot. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable, ultimately, only heroes like yourself. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all.
That's not the point!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exact. The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, this way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our...
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. Let's talk about our tribulations and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song...
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the... Do you have any such...
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the stuff?
I would have never thought.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my... The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnest... Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me? And
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the...
I will do as you can.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a...
Let us begin. There is nothing...
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself? Always Naturally. Have you strayed from the path expected by your god?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege.
They have seen your faith. And
Just a moment.
what is it?
I have another question. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never, or the god you both mentioned, are they
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embrace such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other
perfectly harmonized? Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony. In the distant past, there existed an eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed, and though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony,
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment.
so
For the sake of our grand cause someday, please afford these.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing?
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted within the foundation of law. And through harmony, we...
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacone.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Rob?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of...
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. Your efforts for the justice of Penacone are evident to everyone. Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance...
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. And just as the family has all... Penacone and the entire universe have witnessed far too natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon?
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the... So, come with me, everyone. Let us read.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacone's dreamscape. It's...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings. Now, everyone, please look at the... From this point on, you will witness them, I believe, after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. The first This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster later on. Robin and I lived a time with Neri. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers. And it couldn't... We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, we decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would... Its destiny. No. I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your...
decipher his intentions right now. But based solely on, even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong.
It looks like he really has back to the question. No special reason.
That guy just casually, if it were me, after all.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made, we passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those, finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. I deeply regret the choices we made. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. He told me I sold everything I could at home. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children after hearing the Dream Chaser's story. I immediately appealed to the... I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of bed, what cruel repercussion would this choice result in?
This question, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their... It seems illegal stowaways are really... He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he... With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definite as to your choice. I once in the story this time. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, what surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a... The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the...
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a...
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue.
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything?
A stray bullet.
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the item.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be by the eon above. The bullet struck her neck directly, yet
Possibly as a reward for her
Those damned savages! I'll pack. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the... Likewise, I've prepared one last question. One last choice, because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of...
Miss Robin's courage is admired, but the fact that she's also
I often feel their confusion and if missed with each trailblaze, danger.
I can't believe that happened.
I am now aware of everyone's stance. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some no...
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages, nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis? That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, during these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate, and it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into... There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this, Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would...
It sounds... But...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering...
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words...
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly...
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims, but unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choice, the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is this?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that, so I thought you might be able to help. I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you...
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since... Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death. Which the question now is, who brought you here? Basically, we're drawing closer to the truth once more.
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. This place is... if I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down... and the room on the other side was... Hold on. This doesn't...
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. Since this place seems familiar to you...
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mikhail, that's the name? So, who is he talking to?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the watchmaker.
Anything special about that?
Mikhail is...
Grandpa?
But we haven't heard anything about the watchmaker. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious... He didn't want me to call him Grandpa, because that would make him sound old. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me...
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And... so, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room.
You and Origami Bird are...
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And they follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship.
Sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The compass is a ship bound for the new world. Clocky and his partners travel through.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony card.
Huh? Oh, that weird. I clearly
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dream every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He often said that those moments felt like returning to...
You know... Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain.
Yeah, well, Grandpa was at home. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on it.
It seems this Mikhail is truly...
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections...
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, could this be... some...
I'm sorry. I don't know. Perhaps I'll remember more. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him.
The atmosphere in this room feels...
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he described our world as a fountain. To ensure that everyone had land on that day, he called me to his study. I asked him if I could go with him.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the train. And
A train? Could it be...
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. He said, as long as I kept moving, the distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle.
Yeah.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember? You said you...
Hey, the shape seems...
Looks like we're just one step.
This is it. While I've spent my time waiting for Grandpa to here, I learned how to repair clockwork.
So, this building...
Yes, but not this dream bubble, it's...
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows some...
mentioned a clock.
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we also...
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that, and when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right?
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, have you ever seen anyone outside of the...
Wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged,
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble and the whistle you heard.
That's one way to see it, but I believe that... How about we start with your name?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watch...
Unfortunately, that legend... As for the child who has been with you, you see... And this also marks the...
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all...
Because he was born with a desire to trail. I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered the one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that...
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up backward. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the... So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of... All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, and my hat too. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make... Although I don't think anyone will have any objection.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there...
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this.
Ускорить могу. И...
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with...
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised to conduct...
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this one?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case...
Well, it's hard to explain. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and...
I see. You'll work with me from now on.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in. I see. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory. Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to the stars. Yeah. I knew this is Mr. Amundsen's hat. When he departed, he's farewell, legwork.
Where are you going?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless.
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan?
But what will happen to Penacony if we... Tiernan.
How could I ever forget? We nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll be...
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great...
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get your... If you die too, the secret of Stellar...
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony. So we'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a...
So...
Desperate. Don't we have you here, my friend? Make sure to send an invitation to the Astral
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflower. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we...
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it.
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those
Yes, but what I didn't mention, I was a kid. And there was always a special pocket watch in my memory. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandma gave it. It was. So, your name should have been, and the Watchmaker.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough. It's time for a little break.
Oh. So...
No, I'll stay here. And then...
This is... where it ends? You told me that the trailblazing expedition...
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually... Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens, but don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation, whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they... I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork. The will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between...
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak, I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Гармония. Да, окей. Что, могу посмотреть теперь? То есть у нас... Не знаю, сколько же... Давайте немножко отойду ненадолго. Так. Без разницы,
Does that mean he wants to fight us during...
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't arc villains usually plotting some dirt...
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply... I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. That's why he'll get...
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with...
Anyway, we can't leave now that we've taken up the mantle. We can't...
However, the same applies to the Order. A desire to dream. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon.
What do you mean?
I believe Firefly is trying to say...
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable reward because one of the lines said...
3 times? This can't be serious.
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure...
The most terrible form?
The true death.
We must do everything we can.
Have you made up?
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express.
Yeah. Farewell.
I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope
You mean,
Silverwolf told me about it.
well, I want to live. People die. And we have to choose.
Do you exist just to...
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire. If I were to die now, though its definition escapes the tombstone that belongs to me, it will bear the name.
That's quite unexpected, old man. I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Yeah. Not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find salt. Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but... Then I'll be joining you soon, you old fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, here's to you. A glass of health to the imperfect.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky.
I was just following the scent of life. It's a shame these berries don't have much.
Seriously? In case it becomes have you?
I can still taste certain. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think, don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality.
Well, congratulations. By the way,
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk... She...
well,
Condolences. I don't need them.
that's proof that you're grieving.
Or...
Afraid. I rarely...
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too.
Hard to imagine. A ranger.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. As long as this red color still lingers. In the end...
The one blessed by the sleeping. But you're right about one thing. After
When will this rain?
Perhaps... when the sun...
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandra? Half an amber era ago, the family held an
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can...
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely...
I would disagree. If the family messes with Penacony...
No, they don't.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? 2 paths lost their
Sheep, the Harmony.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony.
I can't say for sure.
This is getting way too complicated.
The Charmony Festival will start soon.
Time is running. I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking?
Exactly. The assistance from the lawful Cloud Knights would be an...
Think it over carefully.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are...
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. An IPC. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the Chosen One?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be two suns in the sky.
Do you believe
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came soon.
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. Of course. You're still as clever as you... The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same...
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with this...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,003...
I shall ascend to the heaven. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by so...
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily... Even if we're late, a grand theater like this. Let's explore around.
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent? Yikes, they scare...
Are these puppets part of the stage setup?
Something feels off. We're in...
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sun Sunday's messing with us? He said we'd.
My apologies for the delay, March 7th.
You scared.
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, history is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this within it, naturally. Let us commence with the dawning of the... After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed.
Я не знаю, вот еще долго будет или нет, потому что... Блять, я вот не знаю. Есть ли смысл на 3 часа делать? Ну давайте, я, наверное, все-таки... Надеюсь, все-таки 3-я часть не будет короткая, так что, как бы, да. Так что давайте закончим на этом и увидимся в 3-й части, наверное. Ай, блин, давай договаривай быстрее уже. Так, ладно, давайте уж всем пока-пока. Увидимся, скорее всего, надеюсь, в последней серии. Всем пока-пока.